Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Elijah Golden Commitment Watch Party, live streaming and simulcast on Alabama at the Voice College Football, Notre Dame at the Voice College Football, Oklahoma, and Virginia Tech at the Voice College Football. From yours truly, Jackson Johnson, and my partners in crime, Ben, Ryan Fravel, and Will Indy, as we all go over our instant reaction to where Elijah Golding is committing to. Is he going to Alabama, Notre Dame, Oklahoma, or Virginia Tech? That's when you tune in. Let me tell you something, folks. You're going to be in for a wild ride. Gentlemen, how are we doing today?
Doing well. Looking forward, looking forward to and hoping for another commit in for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and top 5 class. So
there we go.
This would really just help Marcus get his best class since he came into Notre Dame. I mean, you got 3 guys already committed that he can play with: Ronnie Durham, Tiki Hala, and Ebenezer. I'm not going to butcher his last name, but those 3 guys. So if we get Elijah Golden with them, that's a very strong defensive line class.
Yeah, this feels like it's the final nail in the recruitment coffin for us this year, like when it comes to all the recruits we're going to put in for this year. But this is like the last guy we were looking forward to the whole year.
Agreed. But, if he does commit to Notre Dame, I mean, he's going to be, from what I'm gathering correctly, he'll be the second D lineman to commit behind Tiki Hala, or Hola. That's how you say his name? I didn't butcher it.
Yeah, the 2 tackles, yeah.
And he'll be the 16th fourth star for the Fighting Irish. And if he's committing to the Crimson Tide, this could get Alabama over Texas A&M at the number 3 spot, according to 247 Sports. And he'll be the 3rd D lineman behind Nolan Wilson and J.J. Finch, and the 10th 4-star. If he commits to Oklahoma, he'll be the 8th 4-star and the 2nd D lineman behind Brian Harris. I mean, Oklahoma's in the 40s right now for recruiting class for 2026, but I don't think that's going to last long. I think they're going to get higher. And for Virginia Tech, he'll be the 2nd 4-star and the 2nd D lineman behind Camden Gillespie. Brent Pride, now there's a man who needs some recruiting wins, especially on a day like today. Because if he doesn't get this, it's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly unless he gets them back to some huge wins like the Frank Beamer era. But we'll wait and see.
Yeah, I think he definitely needs he needs a lot more than just recruiting wins. I think he needs some wins on the field. But yeah, it certainly wouldn't hurt to add a player of the caliber of Elijah Golden to a class, especially for Virginia Tech. Any of these teams, really. I think, Elijah Golden's one of those kids that he started off, last year, I believe he was a 5-star, one of the top D linemen in the class, dealt with some injury issues, transferred from IMG, kind of went through a lot of change, along with dealing with the injury last season. And you've kind of seen his rankings slowly but surely just drop. But I think that he's closer to what, that 5-star caliber prospect that he was originally, viewed as opposed to what, rivals / On3 now has him as a 3-star outside the top 300, which I just think is absolutely blasphemous for a guy that, just last year was considered a top D lineman in the class and a 5-star.
Oh, yeah. And we've got our guy, Zachary Wilges, saying that Notre Dame's going to have their best recruiting class because making it to the national championship last season is helping them recruit. Could not agree more. I think that's helping them for sure. What do you
But the nice thing
about
kids like him is that he said he's not going to he doesn't want to be one of those guys that flips. He wants to just stick with his recruitment. which is a good sign for whoever gets him.
Agreed.
Yeah, and I definitely think he's, you know, kind of going back to the comment that we had. I think it's a little more than just making it to the national championship. I think that's definitely a huge part of it. You know, these recruits that for the first couple of years of Freeman's tenure, it was like, you know, he's a great recruiter in general, but you know, what's the biggest thing that you can help in recruiting is on-field success, and kids, you know, seeing that you can back up what you're selling. And you've seen it, especially this class with guys like Joey O'Brien, Kari Adams. I mean, Notre Dame has, I believe, 6 top 100 players, which is something that Notre Dame hasn't had in the modern recruiting era, I want to believe, or maybe it was since 2013. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ben or Will. It's been a while. And especially
2013 was the strongest for Kelly for sure.
Yeah. But we're getting kids from SEC country that, you know, normally would, you know, initially give Notre Dame that look, but ultimately it was like, the longer the process, well, we're going to go play in the SEC. I think them getting to see Notre Dame beat Georgia, who, you know, outside of Alabama, Clemson, and Ohio State, you can argue is one of those teams that's been the standard of college football, especially, and one of the best, if not the best, conference in college football the last 5 years or so, and you beat them on a national stage. I think that definitely helps recruiting when you're trying to get kids like Elijah Golden out of SEC country.
Yeah, that's the big part of it is that if we're able to show that, like, hey, we're able to produce them to the NFL, which we're able to show, able to beat these SEC schools, we're able to beat these Big Ten schools, we're able to show that it's a lot easier to recruit compared to some schools where, you know, they might have to go out there and be like, hey, like, we produce these players, but in college football when they played, we don't really show out on the field. Like, they have to earn their way up. That's a big part of it as well.
There we go. And we had Ballard giving out the roll tide, and we got James Card giving out the boomer. We're just waiting for that sooner from Mr. Carnes. But Ballard Sports Media says he'll definitely have to join one of these recruit watch parties sometime. Absolutely. And by the way, check out Mississippi State Live with him and Andrew Miller, 4 p.m. Central Time on Mississippi State at the Voice of College Football for Mississippi State Live. And while we wait for confirmation on whether Golden is going to wear, you can, of course, check out Crimson Tide live on Alabama with the Voice of College Football Monday, 6 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. All right there from Johnny Burt's. You got Jeffrey to Only Talk Sports and myself Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Central Time. And you can check out Primetime Live from Coach Smook and Friends on 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And the Alabama College Show from Jeffrey and I as we take your calls, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, Thursdays on the Alabama College Show. And you got Oklahoma at the Voice of College Football with Josh Mahler, Tuesday nights on 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And you got the Oklahoma College Show from Josh Mahler at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Time as he takes your calls regarding the Oklahoma Sooners. And you got the Center Smiths live Monday nights at 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Oklahoma at the Voice of College Football. And you got Ryan Frabel, Ben and Friends on Notre Dame Primetime Live on Notre Dame at the Voice of College Football on nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, if I am not mistaken. But if I'm wrong, let me know, chat. And finally, we've got Virginia Tech at the Voice of College Football. You know, we've got some top-notch Virginia Tech takes here and there. All right there on Virginia Tech at the Voice of College Football. All right there. Let's get to 500, ladies and gentlemen. All righty. So if we're looking at let's look at his highlights, shall we? Because for those that are just wanting to learn a little bit about Golden, let's watch some highlights, shall we? Oh, yikes. He was playing Bird. I didn't know that. Here we go. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's just taking. Oh my God. He took him
Doesn't
straight
come
to
off
fancy
very
out.
doesn't come off very 3-star-ish to me. But
He's more like a 5-star. I mean, it's like I know it says he's a 4-star, but still though. Like, good grief, he's a monster. I don't want to get on his bad side. Oh my god, let's
What we're seeing
yeah, he's
is the
definitely
downfall of the star rating system in college football, and how they're terrible at their job. All of them.
yeah. What is Ben's favorite saying? Offers over stars. That's the best indicator of how talented a player is. And you
And
take a look at just two.
this kid's
Yeah.
got offers from the best defensive line schools in the country. If some 28-year-old who works at 247 doesn't like him, I don't really care.
I mean, you just gotta look at Benjamin Morrison's recruiting. Like he would like I don't understand how he's a 3-star with all those offers. Just doesn't make sense sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, again,
Oh.
if Alabama wants you especially on the D line, that's a pretty good sense of how good of a player you are. Because Alabama doesn't just take anybody or offer just anybody. I'm sure Jackson can speak to. They don't just do that to anybody, any D tackle in the country.
Yeah, because I mean, we've gotten a lot of 3-stars this year. I mean, we've gotten people to flip from Illinois, Iowa State, Rutgers, which tells you we saw something that a lot of teams didn't. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like Jet Tamala, Alabama got him to flip from Iowa State, but that was a huge win right there. I think Alabama's stocking up at QB for 2026 and beyond, which I mean tells you they've got some good plans for the rest of the 2020s. And let's see what Golden said. Oh my God, he brought him down. Ooh,
And to me, Elijah
there
Golden's
you
got
go.
the
You go. You
stereotypical
celebrate
SEC.
Golden.
Yeah.
Make you that money, man. There you go. Oh, there you go. Oh my God. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, like I said, he's got that stereotypical SEC size, speed, physicality that you see every week in the SEC. So I mean, wherever he goes to, you're getting to me, a top 50 caliber talent, who's going to be a significant piece to the interior of your defense for years to come.
And he is compared to Elijah Roberts from SMU, according to Andrew Ivins at 247. And he had 10 sats as a junior after being utilized more of a reserve role as a sophomore. However, he's still far from a complete product, is the type of prospect that must keep making developmental strides if he's going to match the player that has turned heads in combine settings. Should be viewed as a future multi-year contributor for a CFP playoff contender that has a chance to morph into a game record if it all comes together. 2025, he participated in the Navy All-American Bowl. 2024, he transferred into the Sarasota Cardinal Mooney, where he helped the Cougars make the playoffs for the semifinals in the 2A, as he had 61 tackles, 29 tackles for losses, 10 sats, 8 quarterback hurries, and a PBU in 11 games. Earned Matt's Prep Junior All-American second team honors. Spent sophomore year at IMG Academy and was a freshman at Virginia's King George. Racked up 23 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, 2 sats in 8 games. And he's 275 pounds, 6'4". There we go.
We looks like we got his coach in the chat, Jackson.
Oh my God! Like in the trenches. I'm his coach. I will. Oh wow! There we go. So we'll make sure we. Is he in the Notre Dame chat? You want to come on in? Let's bring you on, Coach. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's bring you on. Here we go. Let's bring you on, Coach. Here we go. in the trenches, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, would you just
And
drop would
I
you just
did.
drop that link in the chat, or was it Jackson?
That was
Okay.
me. That was me.
Okay, I can't make fun of you for it. I want to make fun of Frable for it. There's some that we do on our show where I just make fun of Frable. It's kind of like the
Okay.
Velma and Louise.
And as we're watching from, well, I've got my eye on. Well, let's see. I thought I saw something there for a moment.
Boomer. Okay, that's kind of funny. The Boomer Sooner said if he's in the Notre Dame chat, I think we know how this one's gonna go. That's funny.
So are you gonna pull up the 247 stream, or obviously the first time we're doing this? So
Well, let's see. Well, we don't want any copyright strikes from 247.
yeah, I don't know how that works.
There we go. And we got Coach Balls on the line. How you doing today, man?
What's up, Coach?
What's good? What's good, fellas? How's it going, man? I'm watching you guys online right now, man.
Thanks so much for coming on.
How you doing today, man?
Yeah, appreciate it.
Hey, chilling. How's it going,
There we
man?
go.
Watching you guys online right now, man.
Thanks so much for coming on.
For sure,
Thank
man. Hey, man, support always, man.
So you coached Elijah Golden. That's pretty cool, man.
Oh yeah, nah, man. He's a dude, man.
He's amazing as what he is. Like I was watching, like we were watching a little while ago, like with the highlight. I'm like, I do not want to get on his bad side. I want to be on his good side.
So, Coach, can you tell me about the type of young man and the character he is? Obviously, we can see how great of a player he is on the film, but can you tell him about the character of him?
Oh yeah, man. He's one of the ones that like you meet kids that say they like playing football. He loves every aspect of it, from film breakdown to meetings to even just being around his players. He loves every aspect of it. So like it's just like he's a blessing, man. Like because I always tell him he's an old school player in a new school system. So like he's one of them kind of ones, man.
Yeah,
Here we go.
I even got to interview him, Coach. I got to interview him this time last year on our Notre Dame podcast when Notre Dame sent him that offer, and the first thing I asked him was, obviously, and this is what we ask all the recruits that we do interviews with. I'm like, what's the most important thing to you when deciding where you want to spend the next 3 to 4 years of your college career? And the first thing he said, he's like, education, first and foremost. And today's era, you don't get too many kids that, say that first. And that kind of just opened my eyes to the type of kid, the type of young man that he is. And, along with the player he is, we were talking about this earlier. The fact that he, goes from that 5-star status to, one of the best D linemen in the nation, to getting dropped all the way down to, a 4-star, low 3-star on some sites. It's just, to me, utterly disrespectful. But you know what? His play speaks for itself. You just got to turn on the tape and watch.
Yeah, and then also too, I always tell people, man, hey man, is keyboard warriors making these stars, or who's doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, who are you getting your knowledge from? You know what I'm saying? So like I always look at that. I don't care that you got a company. That doesn't make any kind of sense to me. So like I'm always looking at who's making those decisions. Is Warren Sapp ranking him as the 16th best defensive lineman? Like, yeah, now I'm taking that into consideration. But like if you're not one of them guys, or you ain't been through that process, yeah, your opinion is a fart in the wind to me. So like I it's just like that's just my opinion. But like when I tell you that like comes to work, like I ain't gotta give him a Ray Lewis speech to get ready every day. He comes ready to learn, ready to get better, man, and he wants it. Like it's no, and I'm not even selling him on that. Like it's just like he just wants it, man. Like you know what I'm saying? It's hard to find kids these days that like knows what comes with it. And the sad part is like I'm gonna give you guys a quick story. So when I worked him out, I was like, okay, and like when he was at IMG, he was a defensive end. I was like, hey man, bro, I got defensive ends. I don't need no defensive ends. I need the ones that want to go get it. Yeah, I need you to move the 3 technique, and that's in our defense as a defensive tackle. He was like, nah, coach, that's what I've been trying to get to. I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna say it's gonna be tough. It is a different mode when you go from outside to inside. But he embraced it. He was just like, man, bro, hey, I'm closer to the quarterback. I ain't got to worry about contain. What? Hey, and he just turned it on from there. And all I did was just sharpen his skills, man. And he's just been getting it after that, man. He's a dog, man. Like I said, man, I don't want no. I always tell everybody, I do not coach no T-Court Yorkies. I coach Rockwallers, Pit Bulls.
There you
That's
go.
it.
Well, I will tell you this, because we had some breaking news. Elijah Golden has committed to Notre Dame. And for
Let's
those
go.
from 247 Sports, I'm going to give a description of how he did it. He made everybody think he was committing to Ocala like this. They throws the hat off.
Yeah, and I'm
He threw the hat off. Did he throw the hat off?
I gotta let me hold on. I'm just going back.
Well, he did the reverse
So-
Peyton Bowen then. Peyton Bowen did that to us like 3 years ago. He was acting like he was putting the hat on. He threw it, but he put on the Oklahoma hat.
Coach, can you tell me about the
Yeah.
recruiting process with Coach Marcus Freeman, Al Washington, and then maybe the rest of the staff, how they all did it?
Coach Washington, man, he was just like he believed in him. You know what I'm saying? So like I ain't see nothing going no other kind of way. I just think that like he believed in him and he believed that like Elijah can make their program better. And at the end of the day, that's what you want as a player. I want you to believe in me. You know, I don't want to go nowhere where like I'm second fiddle. Oh, you didn't get this kid, so now you doubling back around and now you trying to get me into the fold. And so I ain't saying none of the schools did that, but like at the end of the day, Coach Washington made him feel like that's his spot. That's where like he needs to be at. So that's what it was, man. And talking with Coach Washington, we do a lot of the same things down at Cardinal Mooney, coaching wise. So I think Elijah just felt great being at home because like he just take his own from here, go right there. He's going to be going at it again, man. That's all. But
All
y'all
right.
just got a dog, man.
Yeah,
Y'all
we
just got a
got-
dog, man.
Yeah, so you got a strong. He's gonna have a bunch of awesome teammates that committed too. So they're gonna have a squad. That D line class is gonna be.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna get after him.
Oh, and my boy got a cut too. I just be laughing because I'm looking at it now like he just got a haircut. So like he's like, okay, I see you trying to big time it.
So Coach, can we call him? What does he want to be called? The Golden Child, the Golden Boy. What does he want to be called?
Hey man, hey, whichever one he lands on, he just want to, utilize his NIL to what it is. Hey, utilize it to what it is, man. Golden Child is what it. I think that's what he's landed on, and I think that's what it's gonna be, though.
Here we go.
Nice. I say it a lot in our podcast with Fravel. I agree with you on the whole thing with how they do recruiting. Recruiting, like with the number rankings wise, you take them for what paper they're written on. That's how much they're worth. And they need guys like you, guys who commit to these players. That's who should be doing these rankings. Not no offense to the people doing it, but not those people. They're not coaches. They're not ex-players. They're guys who were analysts in high school, like college degree in analytics, and they're the ones.
Oh, my bad, man. I'm looking at it now.
All good.
Yeah. And how many times, Ben, we've talked about this. How many times do you see, let's go like Malachi Nelson, for example, right?
Oh,
number 11 player in his class, at one point was the number 1 quarterback in his class, 5-star, goes to USC. Everyone's thinking, he's going to be the next great thing at USC. And he goes to USC for a year, doesn't play, transfers to Boise State, gets beat out by a kid who was an unranked recruit coming out of high school at Boise, and now he ends up at UTEP, where he's not guaranteed the job at UTEP. So it's really when he,
Yeah.
it
It's
really
it
doesn't
has to
matter.
it has
So
to do with
I'll
coaching and then what the coaches also push into these kids as well, the competitiveness. And like how
so
he says, they
I
make Rottweilers. That's awesome.
Yeah, and like I always say this, man. Like when it comes to rankings, like first off, I tell all my kids, bro, we're not going to no camps. Why would I pay to come see you when you should be paying to come see me? I'm not paying to come see you. So you come see me in my natural environment. Why would I come to your school when you want me? I don't want you. You want me. And at the end of the day, because like the film don't lie, and I think a lot of people get impressed by what kids can do in shorts and t-shirts. Football ain't played in shorts and t-shirts. It's played in helmets and shoulder pads. It's a different ball game, and so like I stay away from camps. I don't strive to go to camps. I tell my kids like, why we go to camps? If they really wanted to come see you, they'll come down to the school and see you. So at the end of the day, I think a lot of it is a money grab. To be honest with you, I think it's a lot of money grabbing. I also think that like they really don't. I think a lot of the college coaches. I'm just being honest. I'm not saying all. This is my opinion. A lot of the college coaches got lazy, man. They're lazy. They don't want to work. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, what your rankings is if you're a 5-star, but when I turn your film on and your film looks like it's like, yeah, no, and I don't care that you're 6'5", 6'6", but you playing like you're 5'9", 6 foot. That's what that's what it is. So I don't care about that. Like I don't care about a kid's size. Never have, never will. But I get it. They got to report to people. But at the end of the day, a ball player is a ball player.
Yeah.
What Coach, why do you think, from a coach's standpoint, like even you see it even in the NFL, and which is crazy because that's supposed to be the highest of highest competition. That's supposed to be the best of the best. But obviously it's even more active in the college ranks with these scouts and everything like that. Why do you think that it's so like predicated on what you can do and shorts and a t-shirt, how fast your 40 time is, and your size instead of what you do on the field? Because I've always been of the mindset, if I'm a coach or if I'm a recruiter or if I'm a scout, I would care more what you do on the field than what you do in with when nobody's pressuring you and you're just in a shorts and t-shirt running around.
So once again, that's so like being on both ends of it. So like I can relate to all the processes because I've been through all the processes. So like I think like a lot of it comes down to politics as too when it's who you know, who you don't know, and that's what a lot of the jobs come down to is like who you know. So like if a coach that coached me in youth league or coach me in college and now he's in the pros, he's familiar with me. So like now he's gonna take more of a chance on me. And then when it comes back to like what you were saying, like you want to get the prototypical size. So prime example. So like I went to University of South Florida. Go Bulls all day long. But at the at the end of the day, I think that what we fall short is we fall short keep trying to live up to measurables. I don't care about measurables. I want to see the heart of the dog. That's what I'm talking about, the heart of the dog. And I think that's where we fall a little short here at South Florida. We fall short because we measure by measurables and see what everybody else is getting. You can't get what Alabama getting. You can't get what Notre Dame is getting. But that's okay. But let me get those type of dudes in a smaller package. I'm cool with that and I'm fine with that because at the end of the day, they dogs, and I don't want to be. I gotta hype you up every day to get the best out of you. Uh, to me, that's the biggest problem with college football right now.
Yeah, I mean, as a coach, and this is another one of Ben's favorite sayings on our podcast is 3 stars can be 5 stars any day,
Oh,
right? And the whole
definitely.
mindset of that is If you're a great coach and you're a great developer of talent, we see it here at Notre Dame all the time. Ben Morrison, 3-star, is heavily disrespected out of high school. Mike Mickens, who is the best DBs coach in the nation, in our opinion, turned him into an All-American. He did that with Sauce Gardner at Cincinnati. He found Sauce Gardner, who was ranked outside the top 1,200 players, turned him into the second best corner in the NFL. That to me, that just shows your aptitude as a coach to, one, identify and sift through all the BS and all the stuff you're supposed to hear in your ear from the rankings and everything like that, and then your ability to land those kids and you can turn anything into an All-American. You can turn any kid into a first-round pick. That, to me, is the greatest sign of what your ability is as a coach.
Exactly. And I agree with you 100%. And that's why, like, when it comes down to like Elijah, like when I got the opportunity to meet him and talk to him and everything, man, it was just like, how can I get better? How can you help me get better? That's the number one key that it's kind of annoying some damn times, but like that's his key. He just he just wants to know all the time, how can I get better? What happened here to where I couldn't make this play? And I just have to relate to him all the time. They're like, hey man, football is a team sport. Every play ain't your play to be made, but you can affect every play. So like it's just you know what I'm saying? I just feel that like it's just a opportunity for him. I'm grateful that he did choose Notre Dame because, like I said, Coach Washington I think is a great coach, man, and I think y'all got a real one. And it's just like I said, man. It's just when it comes down to coaching, man. I think like a lot of coaches have gotten lazy, and they're it's more about like being ready straight out of day one compared to developing. Like what happened to the development stage? That's what the red shirt is for, to develop. But people don't want to develop. They think that you're getting a finished product when you're not. Like these kids are still growing and they're going to get bigger. And that's one of the reasons why I moved Elijah inside to because I'm a firm believer on making you tough. So I got another kid that's at Alabama named Jordan Renard. He's at Alabama. He's in like I think he's like he's second on the depth chart right now. But like he played nose the whole time because I coached at Palmetto before I went to Cardinal Mooney. And so he played nose the whole time when he was at Palmetto, played nose the whole time. Why? Because it's gonna make you tougher. You're gonna learn how to take on double teams. You're gonna learn blocking schemes, how to defeat those things. And when you're not willing to like make these kids better and sacrifice some of the glory, I could have lined him up at defensive end and he could have had a ball at defensive end. But I think that makes him softer compared to being able to take on the run, stop the run, also to being able to pass rush. It just makes you tougher coming from inside out. And that's why I did what I did with Elijah too, man. He's gonna be one of them ones because I moved him inside for a reason. I told him, man, I got defensive ends, man. I don't need them. I need a D tackle. And he moved right to D tackle, no excuses, no nothing. Just wanted to learn the position, man. And he's flourishing at it, man. And he's gonna be a freaking 280-pound, 295-pound kid at 6'6". Come on, man. Let's go.
Hey, you know what? That's one thing, and I'm sure Freeman sold him on this. I know Freeman sold him on this. That's what he told me in our interview last year when he was, you know, at this time last year, and he was telling me, he's like, Freeman loves versatility. He's like, he doesn't just see me playing, one position along that D line.
Absolutely.
He can see me, and that's the thing that's one thing we love as Notre Dame fans is Freeman brings in a kid, like we got a kid last year in KVA. KVA comes in, he plays mainly Mike linebacker in high school. Comes in and we got him, being an edge, playing in pass pro, playing Will, Mike, Sam. It's like not every college does that. Not every team does that. You have a set standard. You play this in high school, you're going to play this in college. Versatility makes you so much better.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with you 100% because like you just learn all the blocking schemes because like even though you're playing inside, the outside, the blocking schemes don't change. It's universal. Every blocking scheme is universal. Like, you might get some stuff with a tight end here and there. That's a little different. But the blocking schemes is universal. So if I know the blocking schemes, that puts me ahead of the game when it comes to going to the next level. And so I always preach to all my kids, like, when you leave me, you're going to be ahead of the game. So, like, when all my guys leave, I've yet to have a kid that redshirted. Even my kid that's at Bama, he hasn't redshirted. So, like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you're ahead of the game. Like, hey, like, football, you're going to know that. When it comes down, especially to your position, you're gonna know the ins and outs of all the different techniques, all of what they're trying to do to you. You're gonna know that. And when you feel certain things, you're gonna be able to adapt and adjust to it. My thing is just for him will be just adjusting to the speed of the game at that level. But with all these damn commercial breaks, I think he'll be all right.
We need less commercial breaks. That's the
Yeah, we do.
I think the overtime rules kind of.
Wait, so
Yeah, hey, you
I
guys
think we
see
just
it
need
ain't
to
no,
put
and you see it ain't no
ads.
more no huddles no more. You remember when, like, around that, like, 2000 to 2003, all the no huddles? Now they gone
Yeah.
now. Why? Because all
Yeah.
the damn commercial breaks.
I think
It's
we
the
need to
point.
trade out the commercial breaks, put more ads on the jerseys, just like have it
Yeah.
lathered in ads.
Here's my
Make it
suggestion.
Free football.
If the networks are that hell bent on the commercial breaks, just show the commercial on the left side and just show us like the game on the full screen, like you do with Major League Baseball or like with
That's what we love about the Indy 500. They show the commercial on a tiny screen in the top left corner. Rest of it's just the whole race the whole time.
Well, hey, you know what? Like,
I want to see the coaches and the players huddling together. I want to see, I want that for all the networks. I don't give a rat's behind about some random commercial. I mean, I like the shape.
I really want to see Mike Gundy like scream at his players on the sideline after a false start. I really want to see it.
Yeah, I want to see. Was it Tommy Reese?
Oh, Tommy Reese screaming at Drew Pine because he threw a pick,
saying, "Do your effing job." Like, we need more of those moments. But no, I like one more question for you, Coach, because I find this.
Yeah, I got to get out of here in a minute. Yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah,
keep you too long.
Can you post your link so this way we can tell everybody where we can find you and tell about the magic that you got cooking up this week and much more.
Oh, say that one more time. You was breaking up.
I was saying, can you put your links in the private chat like Twitter?
Absolutely.
YouTube? Yeah, because this way we want to tell everybody. We will make sure you give Coach Walls a follow. He's got some magic cooking in the trenches.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. Like I said, man. We got, like I said, bro. Like, Elijah's not, and then Elijah also too is playing with some dudes. Like, out of the starting four, all of them have multiple D1 offers. So, like, they're dudes as well. So, like, we got one kid committed, Bryce Boulder committed to Western Kentucky. We got another kid named Zach Samuel. He hasn't committed yet, but he has multiple D1 offers. And then we have another kid named Amani. He's hasn't committed, but like he has multiple offers as well. Like, we got, like, he's playing with some dudes, man. And then on the back end, I think, like, out of our all four of them, multiple of them, one of them is committed to Indiana. The other one is committed to I think Florida. So, like, we got like dudes with dudes. Like, he's playing with some guys, man. Our defense is stout, man. In, like I said, man, Cardinal Mooney, we're a private school, man. We're a little baby school, but we're growing, man. We got some dudes though, man. We got some dudes, man.
Yes, definitely. So, like I said, one more question for you, Coach, and then we'll let you get out of here. So obviously, you coach in, in that Florida area, kind of, SEC country, they like to call it. And, Notre Dame for a long time, it's been, ever since, the last 20 years or so, it's been kind of hard, kind of build that consistent pipeline to the South and SEC country for elite level recruits. Cause I'm sure you get it from a coach. It's a lot of kids there. It's SEC and that's the main goal. Right. Well, it seems like, especially now that, after the national championship run, these kids are kind of seeing, hey, Marcus Freeman, it's not just words that he's selling me. He's proving it on the field. I can go to Notre Dame and leave the South and go win a national championship. Like, from you being a coach in that area after the run that Notre Dame made, and, Marcus Freeman as the recruiter he is, how much of that impact and difference have you seen just from their kids, the recruits you interact with, and how it's kind of viewed, going to Notre Dame, and even not just Notre Dame, but being open to more playing in the Midwest opposed to just the SEC?
So it don't get me wrong. When you usually talk about, especially Florida kids, they constantly see the Miamis, Florida State. They constantly, and then South Florida on the back end, and UCF. And now all of those schools are in big conferences. It is hard, but the thing is like you got to develop those relationships. I think with the coaches, I think like that's the number one key. And I think that like another little short story. So like our head coach played at Notre Dame,
Oh,
Jared Clark. He played at Notre Dame.
oh yeah, he
Oh
did.
yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, having those different avenues and those links with those different coaches, I think matters. And then like I think like the superintendent up here in like Manatee County, which is the county next over from us, he's a Notre Dame guy. So like it's like, you know what I'm saying, building those relationships. And now with Elijah going to you guys and having those different relationships, definitely gonna broaden the scope, because like we got another kid that's gonna be a junior this year, but like he plays tight end and defensive tackle, but he's 6'5", already 6'6", and he's 256, 260, and like I said, and he's a dude, like he's a dude. So like, you know what I'm saying? So like those are the pipelines that you just gotta build and continue to keep them open. And with Coach Washington, man, he's a good guy, man. And like I said before, man, I just think that like just building those relationships with these coaches, and also too and I know it's hard because of the way of the relationship far as coaches in the state of Florida is, because we not Texas, and we definitely not Georgia. So like, you know what I'm saying? So like, and I think that like it hampers a lot of our kids too, not having the best of best coaches. And a lot of the best coaches have stopped because the money's not there. It's not, they're not doing it for the money, but like, come on, man, you got to compensate me some kind of way for me putting this time in with these kids. Don't get me wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be compensated for their time. So like that's one of the things too. I think that like Florida's behind the eight ball. And I'm sorry, but the best talent comes out of Florida still to this day. They can say Texas and all. Yeah, a lot of those kids from Texas, when they get there, they burnt out already because they've been pushed so long. They burnt out. You don't hear that about Florida kids. Nah, they go right to the league. That's why we lead the nation in NFL prospects. We lead them. So like it's just crazy. So like I truly believe that like some things needs to change as far as like compensating the coaches out of Florida, not so much out of Texas. When I'm in Texas, hell, I'm making damn near 100,000 out in Texas. Here in Florida, you looking at like 6-7 grand just for the season. So like it's a lot different. You know what I'm saying? So like when you see in the trenches, it's my own personal training company. I just train nothing but D linemen. That's all I do. So like, and I got dudes. Don't get me wrong, I got dudes. So like I just think that like far as pay wise to get some of the better coaches to continue to develop these kids at a younger age will definitely benefit if Florida get off their butt and do some stuff.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's not, we're not used to, as Notre Dame fans that follow recruiting, the amount of kids that we're getting from Florida now, the kids that we're getting from, we just got a kid in the 27 class, Ellis McGaskin, who's from Mobile, Alabama, right in the backyard of Alabama and Auburn. And I can't tell you the last time an Alabama kid was like, "Yeah, I want to go to Notre Dame."
Yeah.
It's
But
been
also
a
too
long
though,
time.
I always say this too though. Nick Saban ain't there no more. And I ain't saying I'm not knocking their new coach, but Nick Saban ain't there no more. So you're not guaranteed to go to the league from there no more. So now when you get that prestige wiped off of that, like now I gotta get up out of here and go somewhere else. Because say he goes to Alabama for 4 years and never plays. So now I'm still stuck in Mobile, Alabama. I don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Offer me
Hey,
a
hey,
Mobile.
hey. It's better than Pell City. It's better than Pell City, Alabama.
I'm just
Hey,
saying, man. I don't want to be there, man. I'm just saying. This is my key. It's like I always tell my kids, it's like, hey, books, everybody got them. 2, what's my playing time looking like? 3, hey, is the coaches going to be here? If you're going to be here, I'm going to be here with you fighting the fight with you. 3, let me make sure I can see myself being here for the long haul. If I can see myself being here, I'm cool. Let's go. And then what my playing time looking like. And then what scheme you guys running football wise. Those are my 4 that I always tell my kids look for. After that, hey, school is school. I always tell my kids school is school unless I'm going to Stanford, Harvard, or Yale. There's a difference. Now my
yeah.
degree means something. So that's all
And
I'm saying.
one
I'll
last.
be getting a good degree over here at Notre Dame, that's for sure.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
no,
for sure.
I truly agree.
I'm ready. I hope USC and Notre Dame will be able to come over to agree. Which I mean, I got a feeling.
Oh, you know what? You know how that is, Jackson. Our little bro, they don't
You
want
know,
to play
you
us
know those
anymore. I get it.
California boys don't want to come over here.
They don't want to play us anymore.
It's too damn cold.
I don't even.
They want to go. They want to go sit in their tanning salons and fucking read their Vogue magazine.
Man,
Those California boys.
you know what it
I
is.
think it's
What
more
we call that over here in Jackson. What we call that in the Midwest is that's they're too what do you call it? Hollywood over there. They don't want to play us. But
Hey, the
you know,
sad part though, Elijah is a country boy now. That's the one thing he is. He's a country boy now.
We like our country boys over here in Notre
Yeah,
Dame.
he
Those
one of
kids
them now.
get
He
their
definitely
asses
one of
off.
them.
I'm ready to see Elijah go and bring that magic at Notre Dame. Like I'm saying, he didn't go to Bama, but that's okay. I said
We'll give him that golden cowboy hat for him to be a real country boy.
yeah, you know what?
Hey, nah, man, he's gonna definitely turn some heads, man. He's 1-1, man. He's 1-1. Like I said, he's 1-1. So he's still got some stuff he needs to work on. And I tell him all the time, there's some stuff that like far as weight room wise, we're gonna work on, we're gonna get right. And then athleticism wise, we're gonna work on it, we're gonna get right. But like and that's pushing him to his next level. Because so like those are some of the things that we constantly work on and just becoming a better football player and understanding the game. Because the more you can understand the game at a younger age, it makes it easier the levels you climb.
Well, and when he's a freshman next year for 2026, there is one game that he's going to be able, well, I don't know if he'll be able to start it, but he'll most certainly be able to take part in, and that'll be the 60th anniversary of the 10-10 tie game between Notre Dame and Michigan State, which was like the game that changed college football for 1966.
I thought we didn't count those games anymore. That's why Michigan doesn't lead all time.
Yeah.
We don't count games from when you played St. Mary's School of the Blind and Deaf.
One final thing, Coach, and then we'll get you out of here. You'll have to have this conversation with Elijah. You know, obviously we're glad we got him, but you know he's messaged me a couple of times on IG because I told you about Ellis McGaskin, who we got. He committed about a month ago, and his nickname is Golden Child. And so when I made his graphic and commitment graphic for him, you know, Elijah's messaged me. He's like, "Hey, what's this about Golden Child? That's my nickname."
Absolutely, I told you that's what he's going to want.
I think we know how to handle it. Board drill. So Elijah has the advantage. Board drill right then. There, winner gets the name.
Well,
yeah, man. Like I told. Hey man, he won. He one of the ones. He is tapped in, man, with the NIL stuff, man. Hey, he tapped in with that, man.
Well, that's good. He's got to get his. That's important.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get
his.
Hey, and
But
he's gonna come in ready to work too, man. That's the number one thing. Coming in ready to work. That's what you're gonna get. A work out of him.
but yeah, coach. Like the hilarious thing about it was Ellis. I guess Elijah messaged Ellis about it, and Ellis was like, man, I don't know about it. Ellis messaged me, and he's like, man, I don't know what about to do with that. This how we're gonna settle this nickname debate. And Elijah was like, hey man, I'm a class ahead of you. I had it first. That's how it's gonna work. And then what was it? Dallas Golden, who we got from Tampa. I'm sure you probably have heard of him. He played at what was it? Berkeley over
Berkeley
there?
Prep. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
Berkeley
yeah,
Prep.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We're gonna put some smoke on them this year too.
And
Yeah.
evidently Dallas Golden heard about the feud, and he's like, hey man, I was in the class before you, Elijah, so technically I get got a lot of Goldens over here, man.
I
Man, it's one thing
like it.
I
I
went to the
like
NFL.
it. Nah, man,
Uh,
that's awesome, man. But man, I appreciate sharing your platform with me, man, and man, chatting up with you guys, man. It was great, man. Thank you guys, man. I
Thank
appreciate
you
you
for
guys.
joining us, Coach. Thank you
Ah,
for coming
nah,
on.
man. Hey, man, when I tuned in, man, you guys was the first ones that popped up, man. So like, I had to jump on, man, and I heard some stuff about saying he was injured last year. Nah, man, it
Well,
was a
so
different time.
yeah,
that's just
somebody
Fravel.
told me.
Fravel likes to repeat things that he doesn't have sources for, but it's all okay. We love
Okay, all right.
Yeah, nah, man. Don't be putting no injuries on my guy. My guy ain't never been injured. He full healthy, full healthy. Don't put no injuries on my guy.
Hey, that's good. That's good,
Well,
man. That's good to hear. Hey, but like I said, man, Coach, we love to tap in and keep up with you. If you got like
Absolutely.
a Twitter or something, man.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I'm not a real big Twitter guy. Whenever you
right.
guys on, hey man, what I'll do is shoot you guys my number. Anytime you guys want me to come on, just hit me up. I'll definitely jump on with you guys, man. Let you know how he's doing, and vice versa, man. And chop it up with you guys football wise too.
there you
Hey,
go,
we'd
man.
love that, man. We'd love that.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. So like yeah, just if you guys can just shoot me over something and so I can get you my contacts and then we'll go from there, my man.
Okay.
What's the best way to go about that?
All right. Can I message you guys
Yeah, so there's a
without
private. I don't know if you see it. There's a private chat. You could just
Yeah,
drop
that's
your.
for me.
Jackson
That's for
Johnson? Is you guys in there? That's
Yeah,
y'all?
I can drop my number in there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can put your number in there. There you go.
And I don't know if you see it.
Yep.
You guys got me?
Yep, got it.
There we go.
All right.
Got it.
Yeah, man. Hey, so yeah, just hit me up, man. Be like, hey man, coach, man, you want to come on? I'll come on, man, whenever you guys got something going. Hey man, I'm always down to support my kids, man. Always.
Absolutely, Coach.
For sure,
Thank you,
man.
man.
Thank you guys, man. I appreciate you guys, man. You guys have a great day, man. Great Saturday, man.
Yep.
You too, Coach. Appreciate it.
There you have it, folks. That was Coach Wallace joining us for the Elijah Golden Commitment Watch Party. And we can tell you right now, it was a fun, and this commitment watch party was a ride with all of you tuning in. Thank you all for tuning in. And before we head out for the day, Ryan, Ben, what have you got going on in the world of Notre Dame at the Voice of College Football?
So obviously, after this big commitment, we'll be covering on our show Tuesday. We go live at Notre Dame Primetime Live every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Me and Ben and Sean over there. So we'll go there breaking down the Elijah Golden commitment, obviously what that means for Notre Dame and this class going forward. We're breaking down some more fall camp, fall camp storylines following the CJ Carr versus Kenny Minchie quarterback battle. Season's right around the corner. We've got 22 days until kickoff for Notre Dame. So you want to be listening to just some a bunch of guys talk about ball, Notre Dame, anything related, nothing better than heading over to the Voice of College Football Notre Dame, tuning in Notre Dame Primetime Live, and checking out me and Ben over there. So yeah.
Oh, Bam, what have you got in your world this week, good buddy?
Oh, we got our live show Tuesday night. Like Frable said, we'll be talking about most things college football. I think one of the big topics will probably end up being, of course, our amazing quarterback battle between Kenny Minchie and CJ Carr that every fan has an opinion about. So we'll definitely check those videos that we get on Twitter that day. And I don't know. I think we're supposed to talk about the NC State game this week, right? We talked about the Boise State game last week. I think NC State's up next.
Oh, there we go.
We'll definitely see what we decide on that.
There we go. And you can check me out on Jackson Johnson 979 on my personal YouTube channel. And you can check me out on Jackson VOCFB on X/Twitter and on Instagram and Threads at Jackson Johnson 543908 and on Alabama at the Voice of College Football Mondays and Thursdays. All right there. Watching on Alabama at the Voice of College Football. Tune in. You're not going to want to miss it. And you're going to want to make sure you catch each of these shows like Notre Dame Primetime Live, Oklahoma Sooners Live, Alabama Live, Alabama Primetime Live on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and iHeartRadio. So like, comment, subscribe, and click on the notification bell to each of these channels so you never miss another video or another episode whatsoever. And with that being said, we will see y'all soon. Stay safe, stay cool, and stay away from the miserable heat on this fine Saturday afternoon. Good day, everybody.